Until Dawn is a horror movie in theaters right now, guys, and this is my quick movie review. Until Dawn tells the tale of a group of friends trapped in a time loop where mysterious foes are chasing and killing them in gruesome ways, and they must escape until dawn. Well, if you saw the trailers, you know what you're signing up for here, where it's kind of like a Groundhog Day, and each time they die, they lose a little bit more of their soul. Do you like any of these characters? Not really, because it suffers from one of the, well, bad horror tropes of, we should just get out of here, guys. But we can't, because we're going to leave Johnny behind there, right? So we're going to go back into the house. We're going to go into the woods. We're going to, stick around so these people can come in and kill us. It's like, okay, you did that once through the time loop. Now we're doing it twice through the time loop. Now we're doing it 3 times through the time loop. And you're like, just for once in the loop, try to escape. It's like, no. This comes from the director David F. Sandberg, and he also directed movies such as Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. It shows in the execution of this film, because there's a really cool premise in here, but it's just there's something about the pacing of it and the execution of the characters where it's like, well, okay, we messed up tonight, but I'm going to kill you, my friend, so that we can start all over again. And it's like, no. And then it kind of falls apart in the third act where we do some time leaps where it's like, oh, we've actually skipped ahead a couple of nights. And it really wraps up a little too quickly in the third act without a whole bunch of resolution. It's kind of like, we've got to try to get out of this place. We're making a run for it, and all of a sudden we're out. Hey, problem solved. It's like, what? No. You can't pull a fast one on me like that, guys. From what I understand, if you played the game, this is nothing like the game. People who have been reviewing this and who have played the game have been kind of chastising it a little. But I would say this. Hold on here. Does every game have to be exactly translated to the screen? Because Minecraft just came out, and that's not something that was exactly like the game. So does Until Dawn also have to be exactly like the game? No. But it all comes down, I think, to the execution of what you're giving to the people. Make it resemble the game at least. And this didn't do that. This was trying to reinvent the wheel of what the Until Dawn, if you will, franchise was supposed to be. And unfortunately, I think it's going to, this will be the only one. Now, Ella Rubin is Clover, the main character in here, and some of the acting is kind of not good. Odessa Azion, she was in the Hellraiser reboot that actually we had a lot of fun watching here on the channel that got chopped up by YouTube because of its gruesomeness. But the rest of the cast was kind of lackluster, kind of mediocre, if you will. You don't really root for any of them because you don't really get to know them. The psychic character was kind of cool. This guy is just a simp for her. And these two are an item, but then you kind of get the impression that he's kind of a moron. And you just root for her because you like the way that she looks. No? Yes? Yeah, so that's what you're kind of getting into here with the movie Until Dawn. Let's pull up the score sheet, start to fill in some numbers, and then we'll go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying over there. Okay, score sheet. Acting, directing, and story are out of a possible 2 points. Cinematography and score are out of 1 point each. So the acting it's for one good performance in it, you've got one bad performance in there. It's serviceable. Perilously close to a 0.5, though. Perilously close. Directing, Sandberg. Some of the technical aspects are good. It's framed well. It's dark in the third act quite a bit. The story has a very interesting premise, and I think under better hands, this maybe could have landed a little bit better. Like it had shades of Silent Hill in there, with how dark things got, and there's like this town that got burnt up and stuff like that. You could tell that there were ingredients in there of a really good horror film. Cinematography, can't give a point. It's 0.5. For the most part, some things were framed well, but then it gets really dark. The score, there's no good needle drops in this. This had the potential to have some really good needle drops, but it didn't. And the score is just kind of stuff. And it's like, we're sitting at 3.5. Wait. Maybe we should go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying about this movie. Until Dawn, 51%, 71 by the audience. So this is a little bit more of a crowd-pleasing film, although that's a little bit dubious, because you think this fan base of the games would be significant enough to come in and say, no, I don't like this, but maybe I was wrong with my analysis. Guys, call me out if I am wrong. Like maybe just like Minecraft, where it's not like the game, but people are still resonating to it. Let's pull up some of the snapshot reviews. Little White Lies. Didn't like it. 1.1 out of 5. The film promises that every night will contain a new horror, but the lack of variety means they all feel as punishingly repetitive for the viewer as they are for the characters. Yes, the trailer did say each night there's going to be a different type of horror. Is there going to be like some kind of disease? There's going to be a huge monster in the woods? And it's not like that at all. It's just the same kind of monster coming for them at the same time, but when you run down a certain way, it looks a little bit different. The trailers kind of did it a disservice. Tribune News Service. This one will likely only appeal to fans of the genre who appreciate reverence and twists on this kind of material. But it's bloody, if lightweight. Yeah, it's a little bit lightweight. It didn't have a good sense of mood. They needed to sell that place that they were in, that museum. They needed to do a better job of selling that. And the director, he's not capable of pulling that off. Fun for those who enjoy this kind of good old-fashioned romp in the woods. So that's a positive review, even though it's like 2.5 out of 4. Let's go over to Matt Donato, somebody we trust here. So Until Dawn is crummy Until Dawn movie, but a marginally enjoyable riff on meta-textual horror goof-offs. So even people who are liking it are admitting that it's buffoonish, right? Bibiani says, if you're looking for reasons to jump out of your seat, there are worse ways to spend your time. And a lot of better ways too. So even he concedes there's a lot of better ways. So you can see that people are saying that, oh, it's a good film, but they're also really not enjoying it. Let's see what some of the audience say. Mid-tier, Anthony says, a unique story, not like the typical horror movies. Not very scary, but watchable. So if you don't know the game, I suppose if you are new to horror, this could have some jump scares in there for you. Somebody who really liked it. I really liked it. I never played the game and watched this movie. I didn't feel like I had to understand what was going on. No, you didn't need to play the game. And if you did, then you were kind of upset. Each time it would start over for the characters was awesome. Was it though? So there are a few moments that if you played the game, you feel like you are in on a joke and feel smug. Yet the biggest joke is the entire movie. Given a solid opportunity to bring this gripping story or game into the real life, no. Yeah, very good movie. Had a few jump scares. Yeah, so you're getting kind of a mix there, right? I guess the vocal fans of the game are not loud enough to break through the casual horror fan base here, and it's leaning towards being an audience crowd-pleasing film, even though if you are a student of film and structure and execution, acting, then you're going to be more on the 51% side. But if you just want to go into this movie and you want to go out with your friends and just say, hey, we're going to watch a horror movie, and you're going to eat some popcorn, look on your phone for half of the film, maybe laugh here and there, then this might be your bag, but it wasn't mine. So let's go over to the score sheet and wrap this up and see where we land here. All right. Watchability factor, if you are interested in horror, that's a 0.5 right there. Right? 0.5. Not 5, James. 0.5. And if you like the game, that's worth checking out right there. 4.5. I think that's about right. For me, at least. Like, Sandberg, he needs to go back to smaller films. He can't have a budget more than 10 million. He's got to prove himself again, right? So, yeah, it's not. It's definitely not Silent Hill. It's not Sinners. It's not. Well, even some of his earlier films, Annabelle Creation, it's definitely not that. Annabelle Creation was actually not bad. Lights Out was a small 15-minute short film that they kind of extended into a 90-minute piece that should have stayed as a 15-minute short piece. So he's got a mixed record here, this guy. So until dawn, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Next, we'll be talking about The Accountant 2. And then if you checked this out earlier, we talked about the movie on swift horses. So until dawn, let me know your comments in the comments section below, and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains.